Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. Pretty cool little design, pretty easy, and you can change it and make yours. I'm going to put white lines to see what it looks like. Not so sure. Blue lines, black lines. Anyway, we're going to start by making this right here. If you want to take a screenshot of that. Let's take an ellipse, holding down the control button, make it perfect, and hit P. We're going to put a 2-point line right down the middle and hit P. Control D, rotate it 20 degrees. I'm going to hit the plus key and then rotate that one a negative 20 degree. That's why I don't like Control D, but sometimes my plus key doesn't work. So what you could do is take the middle one, Control D, and rotate it 20 degrees. Now you need to make some sort of ellipse, and it's hard to get ellipse between these two spots. So if you use the 3-point curve line and go from that intersection to that intersection, and then hold down the control button, and you can see you can get it quite a perfect arch. Now we're going to take away the virtual segment delete key, these lines right here. Now I'm going to go ahead and group this together in case I forget to later. Control G. Then there's several ways you can make that interior shape, and you don't have to make it exactly like I did, but take your 3-point curve line and go from that node to that node and then do that. That would really be sufficient. But if you will take your shape tool, it's already a curve, so you can play with it and make it your own design and own feature. And then if you'll set your object origin to the right corner, and when you Control D and make a duplicate and mirror it, it'll be right there. Now, so this one's going to be quite a bit different. I don't like that. Let's make it a little bit. Let's take the shape tool. You see, I don't have it grouped yet, so I can still manipulate it. I think you just can't get outside that line. But you could go like this and go up that line, and it'll do that right there. So I've still got my object origin. I'm going to hit the Control D, and I'm going to mirror it. Now, I still want that line down the middle. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a different color this time just to see how it looks. I'm going to get the Smart Fill tool, and I'm going to set it on that turquoise, and I'm going to go there. Then all I have to do is one side. Get the interactive fill tool and come through and make darkness on this side. Then you could Control D and mirror it over there. And then go right up here to your interactive fill tool and reverse the color. That's going to be a little darker because it's further, so I'm going to move that up. So that gives me that shade. I used a gray on this. You could use any color. I kind of like the gray. So I'm going to get the interactive fill tool, kind of set on that gray. And once again, I only have to do one side since it's symmetrical. And I'm going to put a little, let's see, I put darkness on the inside. This time I'm going to put darkness on the outside. See what it looks like. I like it. I'll bring that down a little bit. Bring this down a little bit. Now I'm going to Control D, holding down the control button to get the mirror effect. Now, because I grouped this, I can delete it. I still have those red lines on the inside, so I'm going to go up here and right click. And then I'm going to group it together, Control G. I'm not going to duplicate it. I'm going to alternate C. Whoop, whenever you see it jiggle, put it back. See, it's rotating around the center. I'm going to go to Windows, Dockers, and Transform. Yours might say Transformation. And it's 20 degrees twice, so 40 degrees. I need 9, but I only need 8 because I already have one. And there you have it. I don't know if it's as good as the first one. Let's look at it with a black box around it. Yeah, not so much. I like the first one better. Put black lines on it, kind of makes it stand out. Yeah, I like the dark blue better. Anyway, hope that gave you an idea or two, and thank you for watching.